Hi there, Andrew Bell here with you. Hard to believe that 12 weeks from now, we'll be doing our last minute Christmas shopping. As I mentioned last fortnight, these last few months of the year always fly so quickly. Great news last week on unemployment with a drop of 0.3%, taking us back down to 6.1% after peaking last month at 6.4%. Let's hope that trend of a 5% drop in 1 month continues. Spring, as forecasted, has taken off with a flying start. Sales are occurring across all sectors and it's been as busy as we've ever been in 8 years. The shortage of stock is still a major issue for buyers and it's definitely contributing to the excellent prices being achieved for recently well-marketed properties. The latest statistics show that across the country, listings were down yet another 0.7% on the previous month, continues in a decline. Looking at price growth during the winter quarter, we see that nationally capital city housing prices have recorded the strongest capital gain for a winter since 2007. Capital city dwelling values were up 4.2% over the 3 months, with Melbourne the strongest at 6.4% and Sydney second at 5%. The closest capital city to the Gold Coast, of course, is Brisbane, and it was 1.3%. And remember, those figures were just for a quarter. No wonder there's been so much debate around the industry about the market being overheated. But the figures I just quoted you really do tell a story. Yes, a 6% rise such as Melbourne in a quarter equates to 25% for a year, and that is simply not sustainable. But the concern really only relates to Sydney and Melbourne markets. Markets such as Brisbane and ourselves on the Gold Coast are experiencing far more modest gains, and so the fear of a bubble here just doesn't exist. With spring upon us now, it's also expected to see more stock come on the market, as it has since records were first kept, always in spring. An often forgotten fact about real estate is that residential property in Australia is the nation's single largest and most valuable asset class, with an estimated value of $5.5 trillion as of July just past. Compare that to the equities market, valued at $1.6 trillion, Australian superannuation at $1.8 trillion, and even commercial real estate at just $0.7 trillion. Often people worry about whether we have high debt. So it's interesting to note that against the value of $5.5 trillion for residential real estate, the total value of outstanding mortgage debt to Australian authorised deposit-taking institutions is just $1.37 trillion. That shows that although the value of housing is extremely high, the level of mortgage debt is comparatively low at about 24.8%. Back here on the Gold Coast, there's been a couple of great examples of how real estate agents often don't work in the best interest of their clients. Lazy agents, unskilled, or perhaps those without proper resources, will advise their clients that they only have to list their property on the internet. There is no question that you'll get buyer inquiry, but are you going to get the best price? Just the weekend before last, we sold yet another penthouse under the hammer at auction, where there were 5 registered bidders. The successful buyer confirmed that they learned of the property via the real estate section of the Gold Coast Bulletin. Now, that is the second penthouse we've sold at auction in the past 2 months where the buyers came off print advertising. And both of those buyers were the highest bidder, suggesting that print media does produce the higher price buyers. We often hear about agents boasting that they've sold the property in record days on the market, but that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is to achieve the best price. And so for those thinking of selling, make sure you don't cut yourself short by not covering every aspect of marketing. We've certainly been able to prove that our broad-based marketing campaigns are attracting maximum inspections and getting better results than unmarketed properties. Perhaps we can touch on that in a little bit more detail at a later time. Now, our annual Ray White Service Paradise Muscular Dystrophy Ball is on this Saturday night, and I look forward to seeing so many of you there and adding to the 3 million plus that we've raised to fight this dreaded muscular dystrophy disease, and we'll ensure we keep the fight up. I should also mention here that we have another great community event coming up during the V8 Supercar Race Week on the Gold Coast. On Thursday the 23rd of October, we're having the only official V8 Supercar lunch at Jupiter's Casino. I expect to have 700 or 800 people joining us. There's already 570 booked in. It'll be a really great fun day. We'll be deeply immersed in the theme of the week and we'll raise a couple of dollars for our surf's life-saving clubs as well. We'd love to have you along. Selena Carsons is our event coordinator and her details are on screen. So if you'd like to book, just give her a call or indeed you can email. Well, that's it for this fortnight and I look forward to catching up with you in a fortnight's time. All the best for now.